Let's now take a look at the desktop first approach. You may have noticed earlier on that the mobile first approach deals with the min width and starts with the smallest min width in the order of media queries, and the last media query to be included is the largest min width. Well, it's the reverse with desktop. So first of all, we're dealing with max width, and we start off with the highest max width in our CSS listing, and we move down to the lowest max width. So the default styles, as we're writing out here, they apply to desktop by default as opposed to mobile by default. And then we deal with, or we apply a max width media query or multiple max width media queries as we may need them, starting with the largest first and ending with the smallest. So you can see here, we're reusing the same HTML, very similar CSS styles, and we're putting together a desktop first style. So you can see here, there's only one color because there are no media queries there yet. And you can see as we okay, let's add our first media query. So in this case, you notice we use the max width, and it's 991. So up to 991, but not 992. 992 is seen as beyond that threshold and is in full desktop. So for devices up to 991, we give them a different color. So let's experiment here. To refresh, you can see that it was up to 991 it was blue, and beyond that it is that orangey red color. So again, this is the desktop first approach. For a lower or a smaller size screen, we introduce a second media query that goes to 767. Notice it doesn't go to 768. Again, it's below the threshold, that trigger point. And we want to set the width to 100 because at mobile resolution, we want our columns, in this fictitious design, we want our columns to take up the entire width of the page when viewed on a mobile. We've got our 100%, and let's set some margins as well. Top and bottom to be 10, but left and right to be 0. So we're overriding. You see there was margins on the edges there that had been. So unless you override a style further down the file, any style that can apply will still apply until you override it. So we earlier had 10 pixels of margin left or right, and that filtered down to the mobile view until we overrode the margins. So here we go again. You can see 1024. The default desktop will be shown. If you go down to an iPad, down to 768. Our intermediate design style is shown, and down to normal mobile, that the third set of styles are displayed, which in actual fact is the second media query. Remember, the default styles are set for desktop. The first media query is set for iPad Pro and so on, and the third style is set for mobile.